Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. Last episode, we got a bunch of machinery and artifacts, or one of the two, I don't remember which, but we spent it all and are kind of desperately low on food stockpile. So, conveniently for us, there is a fertile ground node here where we can go ahead and get 80 food in this next map that we play. And that does set the stage for us to kind of move down in this direction towards all the rest of these question marks. So we'll go ahead and select that. And it happens to be a Scarlet Orchard map, which they, in the last patch, just revamped the art style and everything for that particular map type. So should be pretty interesting. It looks like harpies are harpies. Not really letting me choose here, I don't think. But let's go ahead and see what type of modifiers we have here. Veteran difficulty is punishing for this map type. 1 benefit and 4 malice. Fertile grounds means that there's a lot greater chance of including fertile soil. So I think starting with a small farm is almost a must here, just to make sure that we guarantee that we're going to be getting that. The archaeologist office, that is a new functionality that they added to the map. We'll have to check that out and be able to use the ancient excavation sites. So that's kind of how they made this map type unique. And then we don't have any points left outside of this, so we'll just embark as is and cross our fingers and hope we don't die. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here. We have 30 insects for each discovered glade, so that will help compensate for the food that we don't have. And then 2, 2, 3, and 4. So we have to keep an eye on our hostility here. But 5 spark dews taken every storm, or it reduces production speed, which sucks, but it's not the end of the world. But we should get a spark dew up and running, if anything, just so it can be eaten by this. And it gets progressively worse over time. Woodcutters cut trees faster, so they'll just they'll cut the trees but destroy it, rotting wood. So they're not going to get anything after at hostility 2, which is a little concerning. Blight rot cysts. Now these are what I think they are. We had this before, and no, this is something different. This is the cyst on the buildings. I think we had like blight rot cysts popping up on the map, and they actually ended up being a net benefit. They were a real pain to deal with, but they ended up giving a ton of resources, so it was kind of a mixed bag. And if we have services, they won't destroy. So there's nothing in here that like outright kills anybody, which is good. That's always a concern and can be a tricky thing. I do want to see, so copper ore, pigments, and plant fiber and wood all come from trees that we chop. So we will have copper ore and pigment. We have to keep that in the back of our mind when we look at what buildings we are going to be getting. Go ahead and put down our normal road situation here. We do have some, looks like stone and some eggs over here, which is good. All right, I think we got that mostly covered. Let's take a look at, I do want to get the trading post up and running. Oh, I'm hitting that wrong key again. All right, let's get the trading post up and running down there. Let's go ahead and put down a makeshift post. And we're going to want to put down a crude workstation as well. We want to make sure we get some type of housing down. It's always good to make sure you have ample housing for morale purposes. Let's get the woodcutters camp. Where are we going first? We usually start with small glades, so it looks like here's one. Here's like one, and that's a danger glade. Probably over here would be the easiest. So I think we will do that. Let's go ahead and start with 2 woodcutters camps there. Let's increase the priority of those woodcutters camps, make sure that they get done first so we can put people in there and start chopping away. And then we do want to make sure we are building a spark dew. Oh, this is that archaeologist's office. We'll have to remember to put that down at some point. Where is... Oh, stonecutter camp. We're going to want that because we do have stone. And we are going to want a scavenger camp to get these eggs. So we'll go ahead and just place all that stuff down. There is the rain collector. We'll slap that down just so we have the spark dew production on its way. It looks like we started with some berries and some insects. We'll get 30 insects for every glade that we bust open. So not the end of the world. I'm going to go ahead and chop through there, and we'll pop into this glade pretty much right away. Let's look at what buildings we have available to us. So this will let us produce copper bars, which could be good because we are going to be getting copper ore from the trees. Also an avenue to make crystallized dew, but to be honest, crystallized dew recipe is kind of expensive. And I don't really know if it's going to be worth it if we have copper bars. I suppose it just depends how much of what resource we get. And that could lead to like tools down the road. So I think I will go with the smelter. Okay, so these camps could be nice. Particularly the herbalist camp. The crystallized dew is really nice here too, though. Well, this gathers those resources. I don't even know if those resources are in the map. Let's go ahead and take a look. So it does say berries, herbs, roots, and grain are in the map. So I might just hesitate a little bit there, and we'll pop into at least a glade or two before I make that decision. Just because I'm not 100% sure how that's going to go. Let's go ahead and slap some harpies into here. They're not the best woodcutters, but they're all I got. So we'll just have to make do with what we got. Hopefully they start getting this all cut out. This is probably not an efficient spot to put this, so I'm going to go ahead and move it here. Because they're like walking around to turn it in. It's just not good. Okay, so we started with wheat and a copper vein pretty much immediately. So that does kind of lead me in the direction of picking this forager's camp, because this does get grain. Although herbs and berries were the other things on the list, so I don't know. Still kind of torn on that. We'll see what happens. Grain. I'm gonna choose this because we have a 60% chance of getting fields in the glades that we bust open, and we have a small farm, so this pretty much guarantees we're going to be producing grain. So I might as well do the thing that increases the grain production. It just kind of makes the most sense to me. Let's go ahead and pop into this glade up here. I don't know if we'll have enough time before... Well, the next thing is a clearance, and it's a small glade, so it should be okay. I can't really put that there. I guess I'll just have to put it there for now. And let's go ahead and get chopping over there. I'm going to go ahead and trim that down. Hopefully we can get this all chopped up and get into this other small glade. Every glade we pop in, we get some insects. So I think it's worth at least busting into a bunch of these danger glades. Or non-danger glades, the small glades. But our hostility is going up, so we do have to be a little bit careful. All right, so here's herbs and roots. Huh. So that's 1 and 1. That's, I don't know, that's a tough call. I think I'm gonna go with... I'm leaning towards forager camp. I'm gonna pick it. And my rationale there, I'm going lumber mill. I don't care what the other options are. I don't even want to look. And the reason I'm doing that is because of what I just chose, the grain bags. So every 25 times grain is produced, it gives me more grain, and I am going to have an avenue to get grain um, in multiple ways now, and that's just going to pump those numbers up more and more as time goes on. So we're going to go ahead and keep producing over here. These harpies should be building as we go along. Hopefully we'll get these buildings built out as soon as possible. Small farm, vegetables, and grain will give me +1 grain production. Let's go ahead and stack those modifiers. Scavenger camp, stonecutter camp, and bricks. That actually feels like a step back, because 10 bricks is more than 15 clay. I feel like I'd rather have this. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then we will definitely cut through to 4 glades. So I think we will do that. The scavenger camp, I believe, also yields it can do roots, so we can get these roots. So the only thing we can't get is the herbs, which I think will be okay. Okay, we're getting some basic housing built, which is good. Looks like they're just chopping away at the trees here. I'm thinking the next glade here is gonna end up being well, I'm gonna chop into this glade here, but I think this is gonna be our first danger glade over here. Let's go ahead and get to chopping. Okay, we are getting some copper ore, not a ton, but a little. I'm hoping to get this built relatively soon. I would like to start getting these eggs harvested. Yeah, dewberry bush. Okay, so that would have been something a little better there. I do want to kind of cut up here. Let's get some of this cleared out. We're not going to tap into another glade. We just tapped into like three glades in a row, so, and a storm's coming up, so we're not going to be tapping into another glade right now. I'm just going to put this guy here for the time being. Hopefully we can get a little bit of this cleared out. Let's go ahead and get a harpy in there, harvesting some wood. I mean, we could... Oh, we can't make them favorites, because there is nobody else right now anyway. Huh. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks, because we're going to lose a person almost immediately, which is unfortunate. Unless... Does putting you in here make you happy? No. Okay, Harpy Builder left. Looks like that was the unhappy Harpy. Everybody else seems to be doing all right. Hey, we got ourselves some beavers. Let's go ahead and pop them into there. At least makes that a little more efficient. I think... I mean, this is... Prosperous Settlement can be nice if you stack it. Crowded houses is nice. Just less houses to build. I think I'll pick the wealth modifier, just because I think overall it's going to be more beneficial. Okay, we do have to get... I think we're not done building. Well, we're done building everything we can build. Let's go ahead and pop somebody in here for now. I do want to get this kind of dug out before I tap into this other glade, but I only have so much time, so let's go ahead. I guess I need to be more concerned about the glade. And my line of thinking here is if there's a bad glade event, I only have the drizzle and the clearance to get rid of it before the negative mood penalty, the resolve dropped, is going to like scare more people away. So I think time is more of the essence to pop into the glade than anything else. So, all right, let's take a look at our orders, and then we have to talk to old Farloof. I think we can keep Beaver Resolve up. And then if we keep both Resolves up, we'll get a little Alchemist Hut. It could be good. Let's go ahead and do that. I think we can get to the point where the morale is high enough. Let's talk to our boy here. Is there anything worth getting? Stuff isn't bad. I just don't think I'd rather just get some amber on hand right now. Not that there's a ton, but at least it's enough to buy something. All right, let's go ahead and do that trade just to have a little amber in the bank. Let's pop into this glade. And that'll be our first danger glade. And we do have some farmland there, so that's perfect. Tool shop is very useful, given that we're going to have a smelter and copper bars and all that stuff. This is the threat I was concerned about. We do have simple tools. It's the only thing we have, so we kind of have to use those, unfortunately. Otherwise, it's just going to destroy everything, which would be really, really bad, and we don't want to do that. But this will bring 3 global resolve and give me 3 ancient tablets in case we get a quest on the line that requires that. So I am going to pop everybody out of here so I can put them into here. You go away. All right, let's go ahead and investigate that and get that going. And we got 1 person left. I think we could pop them into there for the time being. I should limit these to like 5 of each thing. Yeah, that's good. And I do want to make sure. Let me just move up here, and let's rotate this, and let's get this chopped out. I want to build a lumber mill up here, but I want to do it like right up here. So I'm just making some space. I do want to get a small farm going over here as well. So we do have to kind of trim this out a little bit. I think this might be like in a spot that is fairly inconvenient. But no, it looks like I can fit this small farm right next to it. So that should be fine. We do need to get like a storage unit up and running. Little warehouse action over here. I think that'll be fine. We can go ahead and just slap down a little road there. It is a little unfortunate that there are these large dewberry bushes after I kind of nixed that whole idea. That does kind of suck. But it is what it is. Maybe we'll find more down the road. Maybe it, won't ultimately be an issue. All right. All right. So what is next? We're working on the farm, which by proxy means we're working on the grain. Grain will come from here too. I need more people is what I need right now. I don't have enough citizens. All right, so I do need to get this lumber mill up and running. Looks like we did free up a little bit of space here. All right, let's get the lumber mill going. Pop that down there. Bring this path out a little bit. Once we get the lumber mill going, we could definitely get some beaver houses built. Because they only cost planks, and we'll be churning out planks like there's no tomorrow. All right, this should be getting going over here. I'm hoping we can get some of this stuff turned in fairly quickly, because usually by now I have at least one order done, but that doesn't seem to be happening this time around. Now they can reach into this glade, so I am a little worried about them too aggressively chopping here and popping into the next glade. So I am gonna like indicate to trim some of these other trees. Hopefully that means they won't bust through to the other glade. But we'll see what happens. That resolve must have helped pretty good, because we're at 1 resolve. So thank you to this building here for giving us that +3 global resolve. That really does help the situation quite a bit. Productivity definitely has slowed down as a result of not having the spark due, or it will at 2. So let's get the lizards in here. We get everybody going. Kind of sucks we don't have humans when we're going to be doing a small farm, but you know, it is what it is. We can only work with what we got. So I'm gonna put the... Did I put the lizard in here? Didn't mean to do that. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but let's go ahead and pop the lizard in here. Let's see what we got. Okay, I don't think we're getting any leather from anything. I don't think. Let me look. There's no leather anywhere on here, so that is not useful. These are, I mean, the trader having one more cornerstone for sale, I guess that could be decent. I'll go ahead and choose that one for now. Food, we're kind of skating by because we're getting these free insects every time we pop into a glade, so that has been somewhat useful to us. I do want to, well, I want to do a couple things. I want to pop into this next glade because we need to keep moving along, and I need 4 glades in order to complete an objective. So I am going to pop into that, and then I might pop into this little glade, one of these little glades over here. But I do need to trim out more of this field area here so that the farm can actually, I can build the farm out to grow a little more. Okay, so we did pop into the glade. There is another farm field over here, which is great. Manufactory, I guess, could potentially be useful, particularly the packs of provisions, just depending on how the orders go. I probably shouldn't have done this because I have no way. Oh no. I have no way of getting any of this stuff. Yikes. That's gonna be a big yikes. We will have to see how that plays out. I am gonna move these guys down here temporarily. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can get something going here. Are we building anything? No. Okay, I do need to get somebody in here working on, not you, even though you'd be good for it. I'd rather have you down in one of these here. And then let's get another harpy going. Maybe over here. See if we can get this grain bag situation sorted out. So Hilda will have something that we can use to remedy this. So incense, scrolls, oil, 4 simple tools would get me there. Or 5 infused tools. So I think simple tools are probably going to be the way I go about getting that, but we'll see. Get these farm fields built. Come on, Sahilda. I know you're going to get here relatively soon. It's like right before the clearance. Okay, we are trimming these trees out. That is going okay. We are actually producing grain, which is good. Vegetables are coming along. All right, Sahilda, you have arrived. You do not have anything that can help me, which is a real problem. I can definitely sell one of those. I could sell you a little bit of insects. I don't want to sell too many because I need the food. I could definitely sell you a fair amount of wood. Although I'm going to want to make planks. Let's go ahead and make that trade. And then, is there anything I want to buy? I will be producing vegetables. So I think it's probably worth getting that to get some extra plant fiber. But outside of that, I think that's about it. All right. Well, that is super unfortunate because this is going to happen and it's going to wipe out my amber and it's going to increase the impatience by 1, which is already really, really bad. I just don't think there's anything I can do to fix it. Okay. Well, let's try to focus on getting this built. It looks like we do have... I'm going to take the harpy out of here. I think we have a builder harpy just chilling, right? Yep, 1. So maybe they can get this lumber mill up and running. Okay, we got the lumber mill going. Let's take a look at what else we got here. We got a smelter. Just kind of getting us in the direction we need to go. We just don't have enough people. I need somebody in here to make the planks. I don't want to make planks here. It's not worth it. I could pull somebody out of here, and I think I will. Just so I have somebody working on this stuff. This will give me copper bars. I still don't have a way to make tools, I don't think, which is what could potentially solve my problem here. But I think I'm just kind of out of luck on that for now. We are making crystallized or spark dew, so at least I'll have that to help offset some of the issues with the storm. What do we got here? Trade routes. Keep goods option as a reward for Glade event. I think that's usually what I choose anyway, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be choosing that there. So that would probably be a good idea to pick that one. It says do it twice, which kind of ironically would give me the tools that I need. And then if I get religion, that would give me a lot more stuff. So I am going to go with that. I don't know if we'll get religion, but it would be nice to try. Okay, I think we're gonna get to a point where I can actually turn some of the stuff in, which would be super good. But let's see how this goes. I am a little nervous about... I'm going to take this harpy out of here because they're not producing anything anyway because I don't have enough of any material. And maybe they can just get this building. Well, they can't get it built yet. I need more stone. But maybe I could at least start the process of getting some of this stuff built. I would like to start working on like specific housing. So I'm going to slap some beaver housing down there. We don't have this many beavers right now, but I ultimately like to have the beavers. They are kind of my favorite, so we'll plan on doing that. I am going to go ahead and try to tap into this glade. I'm not going to have time before the storm, I don't think, but I would like to get them up and working in here. Because if I get 4, well, we'll probably get this vegetable thing pretty soon because they're harvesting now. It might take a time or two. Can I restrict that, by the way? I do not want vegetables to be consumed. But anyway, I can turn that in. And then I have to turn this in as well. I'll get the glade done. And that'll be pretty straightforward. So these should be fairly easy to complete. Maybe not so much the vegetable one, but if we find a vegetable patch, I can move this there, and that'll make things better. There's the glade. Let's go ahead and turn that in while we can. Gives us some extra bricks and planks to work with. Archaeological discovery. Ooh. So spark dew. I'm kind of feeling this convert here. All right, let's go ahead and see what we can get here. I'm not seeing any way to make tools, which is kind of what I need right now. I'm gonna re-roll. Okay, still no way to make tools, but that's not the end of the world. I think I have amber. I have enough for one more re-roll. I already have a copper bar recipe. This would be a better brick recipe. I'm gonna try one more re-roll. The amber is going away anyway when that event completes, so it's not the end of the world to lose it. Okay, so I get the smithy, which lets me make simple tools. I think this will be very valuable to get down. I actually think this should be higher priority than this. Well, not really, because I kind of need the copper bars in order to make this. So maybe not so much. We are going to get pigment, I thought. I thought pigment came from the trees. I'm a little surprised I have not seen that yet, or at least I don't seem to have a stock of it. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I guess this is priority 3. This is priority 2. All right, let's just try to get that built. Hopefully we have enough planks. Probably not, but okay. So maybe some beavers will move. Yeah, that'll make that guy happy. So that's good. Let's go ahead and move this. Is there any place we can move this where it makes sense? It does not appear to be the case. There's nothing worth digging up here. So Let's go ahead and take the lizard boy out of there for the time being. Looks like we are getting some blight rot build up there. That's okay. Put the lizard in here. And let's just move over here. Maybe we can get rid of the last of those eggs. Pop you in here. And let's try to focus on getting the copper ore converted to copper bars. Let's take a look at what we got here. I don't like these like trade-off ones where you have to make a sacrifice. I could stack. Okay, so gain barrels is nice. I will choose that. I thought about stacking the prosperous settlement modifier, which, you know, wouldn't have been bad, but I do feel like some better options out there. I am going to go ahead and take this because it's a better blend of people. And this hopefully will get some of this resolved. I think my biggest issue so far has just been not having enough people. So this should kind of step me in the right direction there. I am going to leave one person available. Hopefully they'll get this built and we can get somebody in here to start working on these tools as fast as possible. As a matter of fact, I might pull people out of other things just to get these tools going, so we can get this turn-in happening. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull you out of here. And I might even go as far as to pull out I don't know. Well, it can only fit 2 people, so it's fine. All right, let's get this going. Coats are okay. I don't mind doing this, but I want to limit this to like 20. And this I can limit to like 40 maybe. And hopefully we can get that moving relatively soon, because that seems to be our point of desperation right now. I guess let's put the harpy back in here to get working on that. A little unfortunate on the timing there. I guess let me pull her back out, finish building this house, just so that we get one more beaver in there, and that will free up housing for these 2 guys. So everybody should be housed. Well, almost anyway. What is the current housing situation? So we need some decorations. We need some comfort decorations. So let's go ahead and slap a little bit of that down. Those, I think, only cost wood, so you should be able to get that built relatively quickly. Alright, I'm very nervous about tapping into another glade when we haven't even finished this one yet. This has already happened once, and we've gained an impatience point. So I'm really, really hoping we get this converted over and get this rolling as soon as possible. These vegetables are definitely slow going. Also concerned about that. I need to get more buildings up and running. Okay, I'm hoping once they finish these coats that they'll move on to... I don't know where the copper bars are going, or if they're actually being used by anything. Okay, there they go. Now they'll be used here. Okay, let's talk to Sother the Ancient. He has incense. but he doesn't really want to buy much of anything. So how much incense did I need over here to do this? 25. All right, let's take a look at how much that's going to cost us. 25. 7.75. That's a doable number. I think we can sell maybe just a little bit of this. All right, I won't be able to trade in any of this stuff, but we make do with what we got. Let's go ahead and change this over to incense. Let's assign a couple workers over there and get this done as fast as possible, because that is costing us pretty big time. The keep goods, hopefully this will be enough time where we don't have to do this again. But this could provide a pretty valuable 20 pottery every glade and plus 3 global resolve. Get our ancient tablets, which I guess I could have sold those ancient tablets. Hey, there's the tools that I could have used for that as well. So that's cool. Let's go ahead, and herbalist camp would probably be a good idea, because that will let us harvest all this stuff here, and there is a lot of it, so I think we can go ahead and build that. I do have to get more farms up and running, that's for sure. I just feel like we're so shy on bodies. Normally feel like we have people, like ample amounts of people to fill all these spots, but that's just not happening this time around. And I don't know why we're so like desperately low on citizens. I am gonna build this here. I think I'll just put it here for now, just so we get another farm up and running. Because this vegetable needs to be a thing that happens, because I need it for 2 things, and it's going pretty slow right now overall, so I don't know if that's necessarily a great great progress on that. All right, so this, it's looking pretty tight on the time. I think we might actually gain another impatience point before this finishes, but let's see. I don't know if the threat ends exactly at when this timer ends, or if it goes beyond that. All right, let's take a look here. I'll just wait a couple seconds, see how this goes. Looks like it did complete, so that is perfect. It'll take some time for them to take the stuff out of there, but that will at least solve that problem. Let's get another couple beaver boys out here. I think we can go ahead and put them right in here. That's fine. Didn't one of these require... Did I not pick it? All right, I thought something I picked required beavers to be at 22. Oh, it must have been, is this one. I already completed it. Okay, so I just need to get Harpy Resolve to 18. And I think I can kind of cheese that a little bit right here. I'll just make them the temporary favorites. Good thing is that will help, High Resolve is going to help move the bar a little bit there. We're not doing anything with meat. I guess theoretically we could see... No, we really can't see mushrooms. I guess let's do the biscuit diet, just in case we make biscuits for some reason. Okay, we do have some more people available, so let's get some bodies back in the camps to get some work done. I don't really need anybody in any of these at the moment. We are running a little bit out of some of the materials here. Let's go ahead and pop some people in here. I do want to get some people in there once that's done. Let's go ahead and move up here. I think I do want to tap into at least this glade right here. So let's go ahead and just draw a line. Get this little glade open. Once we get Harpy Resolve. Oh, it fell. No. It was so close. It was so close. All right, well, let's turn that off for now. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Are they building this? They are. Okay, so hopefully we can get this hub upgrade happening. Okay, we got that. And we have enough people in here, so let's go ahead and get some harpy housing built over here. And I think we can get some lizard housing going up here as well. So let's move this forager camp out of the way. And let's get some lizard housing going. That is... I don't think that's going to count. This one I think will, but this one won't. So let's go ahead and move that over here. And this can be moved. Doesn't need to be right there. All right, maybe that'll help some of the resolve a little bit. We really need those vegetables up and running though, so let's prioritize getting this done. And once this glade's popped in, I do want to... Okay, so we have more fertile soil, which is good. I do want to chop this out. Just in case there's any field hiding behind there. Now that should have done... No, that didn't. Okay, I didn't have any more glade events going on there. All right, so grain production should be kind of popping off a bit. We should have a fair amount of grain bonuses. I do want to get some people in here maybe harvesting some food, because we are running a little low on food. Because we are getting more people. Let's go ahead and get our lizard boy in here. I'm gonna backpedal on this, and I'm gonna put them in here, and then let's get you in here gathering. And I really just need to get these vegetables done, because these are going to take a while at the rate they're currently going. And I want to make sure that we get everything turned in. We do have to pop into another danger glade at some point, because I need to loot the supplies. And I guess I could probably loot something over here. I don't know if I need this tool shop now that I have the smithy here. So maybe I will just loot this. I don't know if this salvage counts as looting it though. Let's find out. Once this is done getting harvested, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, you guys should be working. Hopefully. Okay, stonecutter camp, nothing nearby. It's perfect. I will take you out of there and put you in here. We'll investigate a salvage on that and see what happens there. I'm hoping at some point we can get people... Okay, so I could turn one of these in. The minute I turn one in, the other one's gonna become unavailable because the vegetables aren't gonna be used. So which one do I want? This gives more grain. It gives 2 more people. I think I will choose that one. I don't think that insect applies, that bonus applies to like getting into glades. So let's go ahead and keep moving here. We got another building available to us. I would say a cookhouse is probably the next option. Although I might just save it and re-roll it. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. Scouts are idle in the tool shop. Oh, because there's no fabric available. Okay. So what are we doing with fabric here? We just don't have any material to make fabric. Let's get these farm fields built. Move this woodcutter camp up a little bit. Make sure we're chopping everything out that we can. How are we doing here? I need more decorations. I need 4 more green and 4 more blue. So let's go ahead and get those 4 down. And then let's just get like 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Maybe that will bump up resolve just a little bit. I think after the storm, I should be able to get the harpy resolve to a manageable point. At this point, I don't know if I'm going to get this. I could do this, pack to trade goods, but I'll choose that just in case I manage to get it. I'm not going to get 2 hubs upgraded. I just don't see that happening, but maybe I will. Who knows? All right, so why is your resolve so low? Housing is probably the culprit. I feel like if I could squeeze in a quick house here, I might be able to at least temporarily resolve the problem. So let's take somebody out of here and maybe just get working on this house as fast as possible. Just get it built. Is there anybody I could take out of any other building temporarily? You're working on fabric. Fabric is a necessity. Scavenger camp has no deposits nearby. We can take you out of there. Okay, that housing did kind of solve the problem. If temporary. Didn't solve your problem. Well, managed to sneak it by anyway. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't want to slow the reputation game from resolve. I want that reputation as much as possible. I'm gonna re-roll. And I think I'm just gonna double stack the barrels, because then we could trade the barrels. I do want to trade for as much amber as possible here. So I'm gonna get rid of everything but 3 of those ancient tablets, because that's usually what the quest turn in is for. I'm gonna sell a bunch of this wood. Actually, I think that's plenty. It's almost exactly what I needed. Okay, so this copper production probably counts from the trees. I'm gonna go ahead and trade this. Just make sure I don't have anything that requires it to turn in. I don't think so. I think this just gives me global resolve every time I do that, and that should have bumped up resolve there a little bit. right there. So let's go ahead and lowering hostility could be good. I am at 2 hostility, which is not great. I am 1 shy of being able to buy that, but kind of put myself in that situation. So, all right, I think this negative malice is only during the storm. So it's not like it happens all the time. It's just during the storm. So that's not the end of the world. I think I can live with that. Okay, so now I don't think that... Well, they're not done. All right, they're not done looting there. Let's go ahead and pop into this glade. Maybe we'll do this one first, because we're already right here. Not that far to move. All right, let's just tap into that glade. See if we have another glade event. We are getting some positive stuff going on here. If I had leisure, pickled goods, education, luxury, yeah, we'd be pretty set. Do I have a way to make pickled goods at all right now? Let's take a look at the food. I have biscuits, but it's a tier 1 and I don't have all the resources I need for it. Let's go ahead and get some more people. There's probably diminishing returns at some point with the amount of people I have, but okay. So this could be really good. This is global resolve bonus, which is a little unfortunate because I need this events looted, but I'm really hoping this ends up counting for that purpose. So we'll see how that plays out. But I do want to convert this for the purpose of global resolve. So we have tools available. We will go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead. It will lower... I can't sacrifice goods while that's happening, but that's all right. I can live with that. All right, the vegetable thing should be done relatively soon. I do have enough here to re-roll this, although I'm second guessing whether I want to. Skewers are probably a good thing to have. I feel like I need to get some form of food up and running. So let's go ahead and pop a cookhouse down wherever I can. Let's move this scavenger camp over here for now. Cookhouse fit here. It will if I delete that little bit of road. Go ahead and slap the cookhouse down. Get that going. Okay, priority. We can up the priority on that. Make sure they get that built. Is there any use for the scavenger camp? There is. We can pop a couple people in here and get them working on that. Let's get some people in this cookhouse. I don't think we got this forager camp, and I don't think we've... Oh, we have discovered like a wheat node over here. So that's kind of good, right? Let's go ahead and put somebody down there. Do we have... Are these fully beavers? They are. So this last beaver we'll just leave available so they can build stuff. Although, maybe we swap the beaver into here and leave the harpy available. That probably makes a little more sense. I still don't think the resolve's quite high enough. We have to get to 18. We might be able to do that after the next storm. Maybe now. Let's see. Let's try it. We have to do it for a minute, and I think the clearance should take us there. But let's see. As soon as this is done, it should be even better. Okay, that's done. Let's go ahead and deliver that. The good thing is that we'll give some skewers. I'm gonna choose this, even though I don't think we're gonna do that. And I feel like we're already doing that. But let's go ahead and we do it now before that gets turned in. Okay, so this is really good because now everybody's getting into the positive resolve, which will help move this back down while simultaneously moving this up. So that ends up being a net benefit overall. I think I will go ahead and get the butcher so we have a way to make skewers. No, we have a way to make skewers. It's not skewers that I need, it's pickled goods. I don't really need any of this stuff. Flour, it could be useful. Maybe we'll do something with that. Maybe we'll get flour up and running. I don't think this has a way to make flour. But I feel like that would just make sense, given that we are making so much, what you call it? Words are hard. We're making so much grain. Flour would probably be a good idea. Housing should be being built, although I feel like we're still just short on resources. Can I up the priority of this? Doesn't look like I can. Okay, we are slowly but surely moving in the right direction. Oh, and of course, I get this afterwards. I don't really need that. I do need a way to make ale. So I think I will choose that. Let's go ahead and slap that down there. Be really nice if it didn't require fabric, because I definitely don't have enough fabric. Although I am looting these roots. And I'm pretty sure roots... No, it's just plant fiber, reed, and leather, which we don't get. Okay, so somewhat ironically, we're out of insects now. It was the vegetables we were worried about before. So let's pop into this little glade if we can, just to generate the 30 insects, and then we could immediately turn it in. Hopefully. We're getting trade goods, but I'm not exactly sure where they're coming from. But something is giving me trade goods. Which I guess is kind of good. Okay, so that should have given me 30 insects. I don't think it did. Why did I feel like I get insects from something? Okay. So that's a problem. Pigment for insects produced is fine if I was actually getting insects, but I don't think I'm getting any, and I'm not sure why or where. I am gonna pop into this to get the goods, just to get the fabric, so that I can get the, well, it'll let me turn this in, and then it'll also free up the fabric for that other building. Let's go ahead and move over here. I feel like the insects, maybe that was for, maybe it's only for danger glades. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. 30 insects for each discovered glade, but it looks like that might have been only, like, not during the storm. Well, I guess I just popped into that glade a little too soon. So let's go up here and get this going. This one's taking a while. It's taking a little longer than I anticipated. But let's do what we can do. Let's go ahead and put somebody in here. We did get our housing build finally. I guess we could get some people. I need some people in the supplier. If anything, just for the flour. And then I need some people in the tincturing. And I don't want to make pigment. Wine could be decent. And ale is definitely good. Let's cap this at like 50 of each thing. We can go ahead and get that moving. That will hopefully get us in the right direction. Should be able to get this done, this done. Packs of trade goods. Again, I don't know where they're coming from, but they're coming from somewhere. Okay, we did get this one. Let's go ahead and turn that in. That gives us some extra simple tools to work with. Let's look up packs of trade goods. Now we have 17. So, all right, I think something is making packs of trade goods, even if I don't necessarily want it to. I'm going to uncheck it from this one because this is only a 1-star. That's a 2-star. This is a better recipe. So we're going to go ahead and do that just to get that done. We do have another building to choose from, so let's take a look at what we got. All right, I'm going to re-roll. I think we're to the point where we want to get some of those. See, this is leisure and education. Okay, and I need religion and leisure. So as long as I have a building that gives me one of those, I'll go ahead and build it. Slap it down here, that's fine. Need some fabric and bricks, neither of which I have at the moment. Okay, there's my insects. Let's go ahead and turn that in. It gives me 2 more people that I really didn't need, and it kind of screws me a little bit, but that's okay. I think I need to start chopping out some space over here more than anything, so I can build some additional housing. So let's just let's work on that right now. Just get this stuff all chopped out. I think we have enough like resources overall right now, but don't think we need to do more with that. Yeah, I don't want that. This could potentially be a little bit useful, but not significantly so. So I think we'll just leave it at that. We could build another farm, and I think it's probably worth doing. Get this farm going over here. And then if we do that, I think it's also worth getting a warehouse up and running over here. I'm going to move this guy just a little bit. And let's slap a warehouse down here. Just so they don't have to run as far to turn this stuff in. So we'll be able to get the packs of trade goods. We'll be able to get the basic rights. Maybe some point we'll get the religion. We'll have to see how that plays out. I would like to chop some of these trees. Maybe we'll move you up here. Just to try to get those trees chopped. Okay, we are out of bricks entirely. Is there any place that would give us some bricks? Let's look through all these different... I mean, some of this gives us stone, which we could then turn into bricks. I'm gonna let's go ahead and do this. I'm kind of curious as to what exactly this does. Okay. We do need to build more housing at some point. The stonecutters camp, I can just move, I guess, over here. We never did finish building all this stuff up. This will be a service building, so then we need 8, 4, and 4. I guess let's go ahead and just slap that all down. Eight. Four. All right, we got 8, 4, and 4. Should be able to get all that down. Don't have all the resources I need, but we'll get the bricks going. Let's up this to 10. And actually, if we could fit another person in here, that would be perfect. Okay, we are chipping away at this, which is good. See what other building we can get going here. None of this is really relevant. I think I'll wait to see if I can get some more money. Because I would like to get a building that can give us religion if we can. High level of corruption. Okay, so this is where we start getting into a little bit of a problem here. Because the blight rot cysts can overwhelm. So, we are going to have to build a blight post, which is going to be no good. Does this have to be within the frame of the village? I'm not sure. I don't think so, but let's try to get that built. Okay, so this is going to be a problem. We are at hostility 4, so nobody's dying, but everybody's pretty unhappy. And this is going to be a problem. So is there anything we can do here? Not really. All right, so this is going to cap out. Three villagers will die. Bam. Okay, Beaver Alchemist died. Harpy Stonecutter died. Okay. Sure, let's gain some coal. Why not? We go ahead and turn off this sacrifice. Okay, are we getting to the point where this architect is done? Close to done? Archaeological discovery, I should say. Okay, this needs resin and oil. I don't think this is going to happen in the time that we have. Okay, so we lost the Harpy Stone Cutter, which I guess would be easy enough to replace once these people are out of here. We lost a Beaver Alchemist, which we will replace. And we lost a Supplier, which we will also replace. Okay. So we did not effectively lose pretty much anyone, but that's all right. All right, this is all being built now, which is good. We can put some people in here, get the leisure going, which is going to be a good thing. Let's limit this to like 50, maybe. And then let's get some people going in here. Get the leisure going. Should set us on the right path. I would like to get some more housing built. I feel like that would definitely help out a bit. Lizard house. Get another harpy house going. Okay, that should be enough. Let's move this forager camp. We should be going like absolutely bonkers with the grain, and it looks like we are. Did we ever get a building? Didn't we get like a cookhouse that we were doing something with? I feel like we did. Yes, here. So you should be making biscuits. Oh, and you were doing pigments. That's where all our insects were going. Did we ever unrestrict that, by the way? I don't think so. All right, so goods for the Citadel should be getting fulfilled. I actually think this is okay to keep checked, because I need the pigments to make the trade goods. Well, we're also using the pottery. Yeah, so this is getting done. I'm going to put somebody else in there for now. All right, Trader Zorg has arrived. Let's see what we could trade here. I mean, it's a little ridiculous. I could do that, but I'm not going to. All right, I guess we're just gonna let this one ride. I guess I could sell some flour, maybe. I don't think we need this much. Definitely sell some planks. Don't need that much. I want the fiber because we need the fabric. We're not gonna get any of these events, so we can go ahead and sell this. I think that's fine. And then can we sell? I don't think we need this many parts either. Sell a part and maybe 2 eggs. There we go. That would bump this up and gain some extra resolve, which is kind of what I need right now. And that would let me re-roll this, which none of these give me religion, which is the other thing I need. Nope. No, looks like I'm kind of out of luck there. So hopefully we can just kind of bulldoze our way through the rest of this, but let's see what happens. We are harvesting the stone here because we need the bricks. I'm hoping we can kind of focus on getting these houses built, but I don't have anybody. I didn't leave anybody available to work on building. So let me go ahead and I actually got to take some beavers out of the woodcutters camp right now, just so that they're free and available to start building up some of the stuff that needs to be built. I think I do want to focus on getting these houses built, though. I think it's more important to get that done than some of these side things. I guess let's go ahead and pick something here, just so we have it. This does give religion, so I will choose it. We don't have all the leisure fulfilled yet. Ugh. It added even more people. Terrible. Okay, we do have some fire, which is good. The question is, do we have a way to blast them out? And I think we use the hydrant for that. So let's increase the priority really high to get that moving. So they have the fire, they're blasting it. There's just maybe not enough people in here doing it. Oh, looks like we did lower it a little bit. We had enough to break through, which is great. Let's get some more beaver housing built. This feels like the match that's never gonna end. We're really close. We're just not quite there yet. I'm definitely not gonna get more people. That would be silly. Everybody's happy. We should be able to just kind of push through it at this point. Did we upgrade this? Yes, we made it to district level. Okay. I think once we get this fulfilled, there we go. Perfect. So that drug on a little bit, but we did finally reach the end point there. And that did give us 80 food. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel if you want to see more content in the future, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.